Last summer, we set out on a road trip to visit many of the orphanages and families the Daughters of Lithuania support. Our first stop was the St. Joseph's Home for Children in Paparciai. But before we could hit the road, we packed the car full to the brim with all of your donations, school supplies, clothing, candy, and much more. We did manage to carve out a little spot for Vilja in the back seat. There's Kent. We're driving the Paparciai. There's Vilja with all of the suitcases in the back.
Paparciai, ready or not, here we come.
Filled with candy.
When we arrived in Paparciai, the kids rushed up to the car to greet us. Once inside, we met with Ruta Kanclerita, the extremely dedicated director of this orphanage. It was fascinating to see the dynamic of having a man with us on this trip. The boys immediately glommed onto Kent and wouldn't let go, literally. They wanted to talk and play and hang out with a guy. Clearly, the language barrier was not a problem for Kent at all. While the kids played with our iPads, we came up with a plan to return to Paparciai after our road trip and take them out on a couple of field trips. The little ones to the zoo and the older ones bowling. Ruta passed out the vitamins we brought, and the young boys quickly gulped them down so they'd grow up to be big and strong. Then it was time for lunch. The afternoon was spent playing and visiting outside. There were lots of goodbye hugs and promises to return in a week.
Mielos moteris, mielos mūsų geradarės, rūpintojėlės ir visi pagalbininkai. Ačiū labai Jums už pagalbą. Ačiū, kad Jūs padovanojat mūsų vaikams džiaugsmą ir ačiū, kad suteikėt mūsų vaikų vaikystės spalvų. Ačiū Jums. Te laimina Dievas Jūs.
The Kaunas group is an organization made up of 26 families who have joined forces to help each other out by sharing their resources. We met with the directors Lina, Nida, and Ina in the town square of Kaunas. They greeted us with homemade gifts and lots of hugs. Because of your generosity, we were able to bring them much-needed school supplies just in time for the start of the school year. Here are Lina and Ina expressing their heartfelt appreciation for your donations.
Gerą dieną. Iš Kauno Gausių šeimų Bendrijos pavaduotojas dėkoja Lietuvos dukterų draugijai ir visiems aukotojams, kurie tikrai prieš rugsėjį nudžiugins mūsų vaikučius su labai gausybė dovanų. Ačiū, linkėjimai iš Kauno, sveikatos, gero oro ir puikių įspūdžių.
Aš dabar dar irgi nuo savęs. Labai mes esam dėkingi. Labai Jūs mus pradžiuginat. Labai daug vaikų darė Jums kiekvieną rytą ir kiekvieną vakarą. Ačiū. Paremėt tikrai daug šeimų mūsų. Ir labai dar kartą ačiū ir linkėjimai iš Kauno.
Ačiū už aukas, už žaislus, už priemonės mokyklai, kurios tikrai spalvingos, gražios, netgi saldainiai džiugins mūsų mažuosius. Dėkui. Ačiū, tikrai.
The ladies immediately distributed the backpacks, pens, pencils, flash drives, CDs, notebooks, and of course candy, and the kids were ready for their first day of school. They were very grateful and wrote thank you notes to all of you, their special friends in America. This is the fourth year in a row the daughters have granted scholarships to twins Yeva and Osteya to continue their education at this prestigious learning institution. This year we were able to grant an additional scholarship to their younger sister Barbora, who baked these yummy cupcakes for us, so that she too could follow in their footsteps and study here. We met with the directors of the school as well as the girl's mother, who expressed her gratitude.
Labai noriu padėkoti, tikrai, nes jeigu ne jūs ir ne jūsų pinigėlį, tai mūsų vaikų tą pačią minutę nebūtų čia. Aišku, gimnaziją leistų pabaigti, viską aš suprantu, bet jeigu niekas už to nesimokėtų, mes tikrai turėtume ieškoti kažkur kitur vietos, o vaikai yra labai prisirišę. Sako, mama, mes kartais mokykloje jaučiamės daug geriau negu namuose. Ir čia yra nuostabi atmosfera, aš pati jaučiuosi, kad čia mokausi, nes visos paslaugos dvasinės yra ir tėvam, visa sielovada. Čia yra dvasinė prabanga šitoj mokykloje. Tai aš labai jums dėkoju, aš nežinau, kaip dar pasakyti tą.
Then the girls, along with their oldest sister, performed a song to thank you.
Viešpatie meilė tavoji šviečia, dega ugnim tamsoje ir spindi. Jėzau pasaulio šviesa švytėki, laisvę tiesos žodžiu mums teiki. Šviesk, Jėzau, šviesk. Šviesk, Jėzau, šviesk. Šviesk, Jėzau, šviesk.
Education is our opportunity to give an irrevocable gift to these young ladies. This is our second year visiting with Dalia and Vladas Gumuliauskai, who are an inspirational couple that started a mini foster care home for 22 children on their farm outside the town of Šiauliai. We toured their immaculately clean home, including the children's rooms and the one bathroom this family of 24 all share. We learned that the one washing machine they own was on its last legs. With the help of our local friend Romas, the Daughters of Lithuania bought the family a brand new washing machine with a 10-year guarantee and surprised them with this much-needed gift. Even though we met all the kids once before, it still takes a little time for them to warm up to us. But we've learned that a quick way to break the ice is with candy from America. And the Pop Rocks were a really big hit. Kent was also a hit.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you guys speak English in school? Is that?
And then the girls found out he'd never been on a farm before.
How do you guys do this?
Yay!
As we were saying our goodbyes, two of the young girls, completely unsolicited, asked Vilija if they could make a video to express their gratitude to you.
Gerai, sveiki, aš esu Ieva, aš esu Armanda. Jūs atvykote į mūsų naimus, tai didelis mūsų namas. Man yra 15 metų, o man yra 13, bet rugsėjo 9 sueis 14 metų. Aš norėjau pasakyti, tiesiog gal pateikti žodžius jums, kad jūs esate tokie nuostabūs žmonės, kur neįmanoma apsakyti, kad jūs taip norite mums padėti, kad nėra tokių jaučių žmonių daugiau, kad taip atvažiuoja, kad paremia, kad atrodo, kad čia būtume mes pažįstami daug metų ir tokie kaip giminės būtų. Jūs mumis taip mylite ir patikėkit, mes irgi jumis labai mylime. Ir tikrai ačiū už jūsų šilumą, už jūsų tokį geranoriškumą, už tai, kad esate su mumis.
Ačiū, Ieva.
Gerai, dabar aš nenoriu susivėrti. Ačiū jums už viską, ką jūs mums padarėt. Padovanojo, dar kažką atvažiuodavot pas mumis ir dabar atvykote pas mumis. Ir dar noriu padėkoti už tai, kad atvežėte tokius nuostabius rūbus, kur eitume kiekvieną dieną, kiekvienus metus.
During our travels around Lithuania, we often receive requests for help from people we meet along the way. Sometimes it's surprising how little it takes to make someone's dream come true. That was the case when we met the director of the school in the rural town of Smalininkai. Artūras Matukaitis is much more than just the director. He's the entire town's dad and caregiver. He watches out for all the students and even helps out with their home lives. Artūras introduced us to Austėjas, who is disabled and cared for by his grandparents. When we asked what we could do to help, we found out that all he wanted was a fishing pole. Austėjas was overjoyed with his new gift, which affords him a little freedom while confined to his wheelchair. Our relationship with Artūras continues to grow, and we've been sending many care packages to the families in need in Smalininkai. The Daughters of Lithuania have been supporting the Rumbonys Home for Children and Seniors for over a decade. Last summer, we presented a monetary gift to Sisters Danutė and Sonata, who lovingly care for the children, and brought a very special gift for Sister Vita, who cares for the elderly. She's often mentioned how much they would all love to listen to music on those long and cold winter nights. Vilija presented her with an iPod fully loaded with all kinds of music.
Anglis. Ir aš turiu, tik dėja neturiu kada groti.
Tu dabar galėsi užstatyti ir groti visą mielą dieną. Čia yra dar toks kaip mažas garsiakalbys, nes mes pagalvojom, gerai būtų smagu tau pasiklausyti muziką, bet būtų dar geriau, jeigu visos močiutės irgi galėtų išgirsti tą muziką. Arba jeigu jos bėdavoja, tai tu gali garsiai atsukti, kad negirdėtum tų bėdavojimų iš viso.
Čiurlionis. Miške ištisai eina žiemą.
Bus daug klasikinės muzikos, galėsi, pažiūrėsi, kaip ilgai truks tą visą muziką paklausyti. Tai maždaug tiek to.
Labai nuoširdžiai dėkoju Lietuvos dukterim, kurios rūpinasi mūsų našlaičiais, mūsų seneliais ir mūsų gyvenimai. Jūs esate nuostabios, geros, nuoširdžios. Be jūsų mes nieko negalim. Ačiū Jums, bičiuoju.
As promised, we returned to Paparciai to take the older kids out for a day of bowling and pizza. Everyone was super excited and we all had a blast. We ordered pizzas, and more pizzas, and kept ordering pizzas, and never imagined that 17 kids could eat 28 pizzas. The French fries were a big hit too. Laurynas loved them and put away 4 platefuls. This excursion was sponsored and paid for by my mother, Genovaitė Žaliūnas, and here is Ruta thanking her personally.
Miela Genutė, linkėjimai iš Lietuvos ir ačiū Jums labai už visą Jūsų šilumą, už pagalbą, už Jūsų siuntinius ir ačiū labai už picų balių. Tai buvo nuostabu. Ačiū.
The very next day, we took the littlest ones from Paparciai, the Paparciukai, to the zoo in Kaunas. Now, we thought that taking 7 kids to the zoo was going to be a piece of cake compared to 17 kids to the bowling alley, but boy were we wrong. It was like herding cats. Who knew that 4-year-olds could run so fast and in so many different directions? We had our work cut out for us, but loved every minute of it, and seeing the joy and wonder in the eyes of the little ones melted our hearts.
Oh, maybe they'll get in a fight. Would that be fun?
Ar jie mušis? Girdi, kai tas vaikas verkia? Irgi čia yra, kadangi ir mano vyras giminės iš Lietuvos. Taip, taip. Eisi prie kamoliukų žaisti?
Ir tu?
Ja, ir aš irgi.
Važiuosim?
Važiuosim visi.
Ir dėdė?
Visi.
Ball's hurt.
Ruta presented each one of us with a medal for bringing all 7 kids home in one piece. The youngest members of our organization are hard at work too. Lina Polikaitita and Kendra Kirshonita spend every free moment they have volunteering at the Vilnius Home for Infants. Last summer, thanks to your support, they were able to buy a huge supply of much-needed disposable diapers, wipes, lotions, and even a camera to present to the caregivers there.
Labą dieną visiems, labai didelis ačiū Jums už dovanas, Lietuvos dukterų draugijai, tikrai žemai lenkiamės ir labai ačiū už sauskelnes, už šampūnus, už fotoaparatą. Turėsim vaikam prisiminimus ir ačiū Jums už Jūsų gerą širdį, už Jūsų rūpestį, kad Jūs mūsų nepamirštat, kad esat su mumis, Jūs mums labai reikalingi. Ačiū Jums labai.
Andy Mikutskis is currently living in Lithuania and regularly takes the train out to Paparciai to visit with the kids there and bring lots of your donated gifts. On a recent visit, he brought several large world maps and helped the children with a geography lesson. Andy is also encouraging the local youth to spend some time volunteering as well. This is his friend Aista helping the boys with their homework, while Andy successfully distracts them. It is heartwarming to see our youngest members, the next generation, be so dedicated to service. We are extremely excited about a project we've been working on with Vaiku Viltis, Lithuanian Children's Hope. Danguolė Navickienė, the president of this organization, has collaborated with us to provide dental care for all the children at the St. Joseph's Home for Children. Together, we've made sure that all the kids received checkups at the Žalgiris Clinic in Vilnius, as well as all the necessary treatments required, which were a little scary for some of them. But Vilija was there on one of their visits to offer up lots of hugs and some very inappropriate treats. Several of the kids even got braces, which are a luxury in Lithuania. This is Aušrelė, who said, "Up until now, I was embarrassed to smile. Look who's smiling now."